What is going on? Whew, to you Aquarius out there. So listen, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the world, and then you have the Star card. My cat always trying to come in my room trying to find out what I'm doing, but it is what it is. Anyway, so for you Aquarius, a lot of you, Star card represents Aquarius, so you showed up in your own reading. So there's definitely an emphasis on you Aquarius. It's good luck because it means that you Aquarius are taking control of your life. It's not something like you feel like you're out of control and running around, right? The Wheel of Fortune and the World card is about how you're learning how to control the Wheel of Fortune, what you do, your habits. So as a result of this, a lot of you Aquarius are understanding that, again, like we talked about before, you don't have to hang around bums. You don't have to, You Aquarius have compassion, but the way that you Aquarius get caught up is because of the fact that y'all have compassion. Y'all see, Aquarius actually represents the zodiac sign of the hero. Aquarius, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces represent the zodiac sign of the hero. So a lot of the times, you Aquarius, you want to help people. Hold on. A lot of the times, you want to help people and stuff like this because, you want the frequency of the planet to raise. You want people to get smarter, but you Aquarius don't understand that people choose to be dumb. Like we're talking about a time right now, Aquarius, where, I'm telling people, me personally, I'm telling people part of the reason why there's a lot of people end up breaking up in today's world is finances. That's a huge reason. And I wrote a book called Love Pays the Bills, where I teach people step by step in a very fast fashion. I'm not drawing on how to achieve financial freedom, and they're not even willing to buy the book. And I'm 32 and I'm retired. I do not have to make another YouTube video ever for the rest of my life, even though I'm going to continue because it's money, to have to work. I never have to make another YouTube video in my life to have to work. People are afraid of books. So you Aquarius coming in, trying to holler at those people, put some thoughts into their head, whether it's friendships, whether it is family-wise, whether it is romantic interests. They're not trying to listen to that. And that's one thing that you Aquarius learned that you had to get over. You are saving yourself above all else, and that's the correct decision. The fact that you should be saving yourself above all else. You should, because they don't want you. When I say they, the proverbial they, I'm talking about people who come around you in your life, and all it is that they do is they're just jealous and envious, and they try to bring you down because you have the potential to actually do something, and therefore leave them alone because they're not going to be able to keep up. So they want you to stay there with them. So what do? They bring you down along with them. So now the five of Wands and the Fool card represents the Fool represents all of the drama and the trauma that you have left behind, and how it is that you Aquarius are making very good decisions, better decisions, because that friendship and love is y'all weak point. Y'all want people to love y'all, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you Aquarius want people to love you at your own expense. And now that you Aquarius are actually leaving that alone to make wiser decisions, it's going to be harder for people to actually get a hold of you Aquarius. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for people to actually get a hold of you Aquarius, because now that you Aquarius are actually looking out for yourself in a healthy fashion, right? We're not talking about extremes. We're not talking about, you starting to get evil with it and no goofy stuff like that. I'm talking about you're just thinking about things critically. You're able to pay attention to how people treat you. If you try to drop some gems on the floor, are they actually going to pick it up and hold on to it and understand the value of it? Or are those people just going to are those people going to continue to be on some nonsense? You're a lot more vigilant. You are a lot more able to know what's going on, right? You're a lot more able to pay attention to see what exactly is going on. And because of it, the Tower and the King of Pentacles, you have a lot less stress coming to you because you're leaving all of that nonsensical behavior behind, all of that stress that you have burdened yourself with over the years of feeling like you need to, remember the zodiac sign of the superhero, feeling like you need to save people. You don't have that burden on your shoulders anymore. You, Aquarius, have officially entered your time of being the anti-hero. Instead of being you're not the villain, but yet at the same time you're not the hero. You're not obligating yourself to save people or any of this type of stuff. But you are going to look out for you, and sometimes you may try to drop some gems on the floor, help somebody out. And if they appreciate it, cool. And if they can keep up with you, they become a part of your family, and an extended part of your family. Whether it's romantic or not romantic. But if they can't keep up with you, forget about them, right? Who cares, right? So the Eight of Wands now represents, and don't burden yourself with the moralism of it. See where a lot of you Aquarius mess up at is, a lot of you Aquarius don't know how to not be moral without being evil, without being warped. Because Aquarius is not a zodiac sign. You Aquarius are not supposed to be a zodiac sign that is based upon morality. Something that you can read in a book. Show and prove. Because Aquarius is the zodiac sign of knowledge. If you are to become knowledgeable, if you are to have knowledge, you are going to push the boundaries to some things that other people will question your morality about. But just because something is amoral does not mean that it is evil per se. It just means that it does not go along the lines of what society says that is acceptable and what it is not. Case in point of an act of morality, is having desires. The way that a lot of people make it seem like today is you Aquarius having desires is if you know what I mean, is a bad thing. But is it really? Because when you really look at it, having those type of carnal desires is how we all got here in the first place. So you have to really ask yourself, really and truly, is it truly bad? Is it really malevolent? Or is it something that society says that we're not supposed to do? And because you Aquarius are entering into your anti-hero time, I don't know if it's an era. I don't know if it's long term. I don't know. I don't know if it's for good. But now that you are starting to understand the anti-hero mindset, right? The ideology of learning to look out for yourself in a healthy fashion. Learn to look out for yourself and others in a healthy fashion. It's not about helping your friends and your family and your romantic interest past the point of self-detriment. Sometimes you will help them past the point of self-detriment. But that's rare. And it's got to be worth it. It's got to be a calculated risk. So the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess, why this is important, why I paused, was because it's a very important new mindset that it's saying that the cards are saying that it's within your best interest to actually develop. But what I also know, if I'm gonna say it to be transparent, a lot of people cannot handle that anti-hero mentality. They don't know how to be selfish in a healthy fashion. They have no moderation between selfishness and selflessness. Some of the fakest people that you know, some of the fakest people that you know that you will ever meet also gives, but then they use giving as a means of shaming, guilting someone and insulting someone, and the need to be right, to be able to get someone to do something that they don't want to do. In other words, they use gifts as a means of getting the other person to lower their guard or to feel obligated to accept the disrespect that they are giving to them. But when you have a mentality of the anti-hero, right? You're not the villain, but you're also not the hero. You're not needlessly sticking your neck out for no reason. It's got to make sense. Then you have the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. You still have people who very much so are into you anyway. So it's not like you, Aquarius, have lost a partner or lost someone that was interested in you just because you decided you didn't want to have anything to do with them. You Aquarius are fine. Y'all are very attractive. Y'all still have people on your jock trying to get your attention or wish that they was in your life. See, people will betray you because they don't know how to step to you, because you Aquarius are so different. Let's clarify the High Priestess. The World, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Hermit, and then you have the Six of Wands to clarify the High Priestess. Again, the World and the Four of Wands. You and a person has to be able to see eye to eye in order for them to fit into your world. You Aquarius are understanding that you cannot fake when someone is genuinely interested in a lot of the things that you're interested in and has a lot of the same values that you Aquarius do. You can't fake that. Even if somebody tried, eventually you're going to catch them in the act of doing something else. So you can't fake that. So now the Eight of Wands and the Hermit right here is about how, because for you, a person is supposed to know better than to do that, because they don't have to be doing that. It's extensive. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work for somebody who does not see you as valuable, right? But then they'll still try to waste your time. So the Eight of Wands and the Hermit represents you Aquarius. You can take it or leave it. And what I mean when I say take it or leave it, I'm talking about you're very much so aware of what's going on. And if the person is a waste of your time, then you will not be around them. Because you understand that, hey, if they're going to waste your time, you don't need them in the first place. You only want something real. They're not real. So therefore, you don't care about them whatsoever. And the Six of Wands, this is an indication that you're moving in the right direction, and that you should have actually been doing this a long time. That's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you'd like to get a personal reading from me, you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com.